What's happening, everybody? Sean, joined again by my son Trey, and today, for the first time on the channel, we got a Brooks and Dunn reaction. It's a song battle. Mama Don't Get Dressed Up for Nothing versus Good Girls Go to Heaven, brought to us by our friend, longtime supporter, and a guy that knows a ton about music, Trucker Kev. Appreciate him. Appreciate all the patrons. I'll give you my history with Brooks and Dunn in a minute. Kev says combined they came to fire during the line dancing craze with the monster boot, scoot, and boogie that everybody grabbed on board with. But there was a lot more to Kix Brooks and Ronnie Dunn's partnership. It was strong songwriting. It was also a love of rock and country roots of both combining. It didn't really show in the honky-tonk era and the country craze the first few albums, but towards the mid-90s, it did begin to show. So Trey, tell us a little bit about Brooks and Dunn.
All right, they're an American country music duo consisting of Kix Brooks and Ronnie Dunn, both of whom are vocalists and songwriters. The duo was founded back in 1990 through the suggestion of Tim Dubois. Before their formation, both members were solo recording artists.
And I'll interrupt you a minute. Tim Dubois was the head of the record label, and they were both on individual deals with the record label. It hadn't succeeded. He said, "Why don't we put you together?"
That's like wrestling, right? You got to go.
We got a tag team
it up. They recorded 11 studio records, 1 Christmas album, and 5 compilations, released 50 singles, of which 20 went to #1. Sheesh, on the Hot Country Songs chart. They also won the CMA Vocal Duo of the Year award every year between 1992 and 2006, except for one lone year in 2000. They've also won a couple Grammys. All but 2 of their studio records are certified platinum or higher, with their debut Brand New Man selling over 6 million copies, and they are also inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And how's that for accolades?
And at the time of filming this, they're actually going out on a concert tour in 2023, because isn't everybody, right? So my history with Brooks and Dunn is this. Back in 1991, a wee 20-year-old Sean, who actually did like hair metal and stuff like that, I know I get roasted for that now, grunge was coming along, and I'm like, what is this? And I liked it fine, guys, but I didn't love it, and I didn't want every single song to get me in my feels for 6 minutes. So I did something that seemed insane to people back in the time. I turned country.
Let's go.
And when I did have that first album. I had their first 2 albums, and they were everywhere, and I rather enjoyed Brooks and Dunn, and I watched CMT all the time at the time, but I don't know either one of these songs because I had already fallen out of it by the time we get to this one. But you see, first up, we got Mama Don't Get Dressed Up for Nothing from the Borderline album in 1996. Kev said it caught a little bit of fire, but it faded out real quickly. I think it's extremely strong because I love the Rolling Stones-like riffs. This was a bridge of rock and country so well to me that they were able to do. This is the song featuring fantastic Kix Brooks vocals and just a rocking little tune. And Kix only sang lead, I think, on 3 or 4 of their singles. I looked that up because I didn't even know Kix sang. Tell us a little bit more about it.
This was the 3rd from that record in their 18th single overall. It had moderate success on the country chart. It peaked at 13. It was the first single they released that missed the top 10, breaking a streak of 17 straight top 10s. The next 8 singles they did would also make the top 10.
I thought that was interesting. So it was 1 out of 28 that didn't make it.
So as you were saying, this is the 4th single to feature him on lead vocals instead of Ronnie Dunn. They both wrote the song along with Don Cook. So, and yeah, my history with the band is, I've heard of them, but
you don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't know anything. So I'm going in totally blind just to Brooks and Dunn in general. So I'm looking forward to it.
You hear that Rolling Stones right there.
Let's go,
right away.
Said, hey, cowboy, get off of that couch. Yeah, the party's on you and we're going out. I got my low-cut dress and my knee-high boots. I'm like money to burn and nothing to lose.
need my cowboy hat, Dad.
Yeah.
Come on.
She's a hard to handle, a little high strung. I see her betting I'll raise a one. Oh, I love it when she gets wound up. I'm a jack of hearts, she's the lady love. Machine. We're gonna turn up the heat and keep the jukebox humming. 'Cause mama don't get dressed up for nothing. Go high rolling, a beer joint jumping. Mama don't get dressed up for nothing. Yeah, babe, you better think of something. 'Cause mama don't get dressed up for nothing.
All right, Mama Don't Get Dressed Up for Nothing. Now, Trey, you don't know any Brooks and Dunn. I just got to say this. Like, I really did like the arrangement in here and the Rolling Stone type, but I just wasn't feeling kicks on the vote. I think Ronnie Dunn. Now, listen, if you're I'm sure you're a country fan, you wouldn't be watching this, but I'm not going on a limb here, so don't get offended. But country vocalists are not exactly known for their vocal prowess. It's not all about that. There's different things in there. Yeah. But I think Ronnie Dunn is one of the greatest country voices of all time.
Okay. Yeah.
So then maybe that's why it felt. But I mean, it was a fun song. What did you think of this?
No, I'm with you, Dad. I enjoy. This is one that, like I said, I wanted to get if I owned one, a cowboy hat out here.
That's right. I used to own one way back in the day.
We live in Texas. It wouldn't be too tough to manage one right here. And so, yeah, Dad, the arrangement with the rock and riffs right here, the kind of honky tonk like piano we had throughout, and even the little organ at the end, and just that subject matter, right? Of, hey, Mama, don't get dressed up for nothing. Like, if we're gonna go out, let's go out. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on this guy here. Like, I'm dressed out. What are you gonna do about this, man? You better bring something good.
And for as far as the vocals, they didn't blow me away per se, but I didn't mind them.
Right. I mean, I didn't hate him. I'm just saying I'm used to Ronnie.
Well, with what you said, now I'm really looking forward.
I mean, hopefully he shows it off in this song. But after this is over with, I'm going to show you a couple of their songs where he really shows it off.
So I'm looking forward to that, and we're going now to Good Girls Go to Heaven from their Steers and Stripes record in 2001.
Yeah, Kev says they would continue on releasing great albums going up the charts. And then after 9/11 in 2001 came an album called Steers and Stripes. They would bring the deep cuts again with some great underrated stuff, such as this one right here, sung so well by Ronnie, another tongue-in-cheek rocker with some really awesome lyrics and a fun burner, this song.
You can already tell the power.
Yeah.
Some girls, they just don't care. Good girls go to heaven. Bad girls go everywhere. Some girls are into heavy metal. Dance with the devil everywhere they go.
that Cotton Eye Joe going.
Some girls, they just don't care. Good girls go to heaven. Bad girls go to sip fine champagne, prim and proper, dripping in diamond rings. Little sister wears high heels and blue jeans, a long neck drinking, certified wild thing. Some they walk the straight and narrow. Some girls they just don't care. Good girls go to heaven. Bad girls go everywhere. Good girls go to heaven. Bad girls go everywhere.
All right, Good Girls Go to Heaven. Now, Trey, you mentioned when it came on. Did you see the difference in Ronnie's vocals? Like
that
Ronnie,
power, man, it hits you right from the first lyric. I was highly impressed with the vocals.
I thought there was a great guitar solo in the middle there,
yeah.
too. There's probably kicks on that. But some really cool lyrics on here, man. And, you know, the chorus, some, they walk the straight and narrow. Some girls, they just don't care. Well, good girls go to heaven. Bad girls go everywhere. You know, and I may have spent some time with some good girls and some bad girls, so I could testify to both of those things, man.
Well, yeah, and then I like the, you know, he's talking about some are into heavy metal, some like to dance to the rhythm of the Cotton Eye Joe, and then we got the fiddle up in here.
Yeah, it was great.
With the little
nice touch.
callback to the Cotton Eye Joe. Everybody loves that. And so, yeah, there was a lot of, I mean, this one just was fast and furious, you know, not even 3 minutes, but like you said, Dad, so much packed in here, not only lyrically, but musically, and yeah, that guitar was just rocking throughout. A barn burner for sure right here, and yeah, man, an enjoyable song. I see this played on a Friday, Saturday night.
Definitely
get the people going, man. And so for me, as we go to our winner right here, I'm choosing this one. I'm choosing Good Girls Go to Heaven.
Yeah, and Kev has his winner on here. He's going to go with Mama Don't Get Dressed Up for Nothing. He said very close for him in this, but he gives it to Kix's because he likes the Rolling Stone licks and the way it just has that Stones vibe. It's just so cool. And I get that. But yeah, I definitely got to go Good Girls Go to Heaven. But they are both good songs and long overdue for Brooks and Dunn track. I just bring you a personal. We just get a little Neon Moon versus Brand New Man and see what you think of that. But
well, this did intrigue me to check out more. You know, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to country, all in all. So.
Yeah. Well, all right, Kev. Thank you for bringing this one. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out the Patreon link below. We do a song battle for you, song reaction, all kinds of cool stuff.
And until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and we will see you.